Hallo Derek.
Hallo.
Lekker man.
Als hier de mic op.
My mic.
Van de stream. Mic.
Yeah, I'm on party chat. I'm not in a party chat, so I'll get off into a party chat.
Ja, dat kan ik wel.
Yeah, I'm normally in a chat on my own so that I don't broadcast, but I haven't entered the party chat.
Het depends on number one.
Yeah.
So welcome if you're tuning in for the first time on the South African Academy Online Racing. Welcome to the championship. Just getting all the drivers ready. Looks as though there's quite a big lineup this evening. If you can hear the chat in the back, I'll make sure that just gets put down. And we'll be racing this evening. Can't wait for this event. Obviously, from my side, yes, a couple of weeks, 2 weeks off. I traveled outside the country, had a bit of a scare. Obviously, traveled to 2 African countries, came back and wasn't feeling too well. And thank goodness I do not have the coronavirus. There was a bit of a scare, but I ended up going to the emergency room and finding out that I had tonsillitis. And that obviously put me under the weather and was not able to use my vocal cords for a while due to a very sore throat. But everything seems to be okay. And we're glad to be back racing this evening. It is obviously race number 9, the Japanese Grand Prix. And as I said, most of the individuals already lining themselves up, getting themselves ready for this race. We have currently 14 drivers, so that is a great turnout for this evening. Even though here in South Africa it's stay at home at the moment, and yep, we're heeding that quite well. Most of us, we have had some cases where the individuals are not adhering to that, so hopefully that things will change. Hopefully the sound is coming through okay. If you are looking at the channel and just preparing yourself for this 50% race, remember this is a no assist race format, and yes, it is Formula 1, and this is the channel to bring you the non-assists. If you are looking for an assist league, there is midweek racing as well as TNB. These gentlemen have their races on Tuesday night and then on Friday night. So if you are interested in getting involved in that, just drop me a line in the YouTube channel and I'll put you into the right guys who to connect to, and obviously on the website as well, which is also on the YouTube. You can get in touch with us through the website as well, and we'll just get you on. We're ready to go. I'm sure everybody is waiting in anticipation, and it looks as though we are a go. Thanks very much, and we're all going out for that this evening. So let me just communicate with the guys, make sure that they're getting themselves ready, and I'm just going to ask them to ready up, and we're ready to go and bring you this 50% race, no assists, and it's race number 9. It is quite a chase for the championship at the moment, so get yourselves, if you haven't watched the other racing, do it, and you'll enjoy some of the great racing that's been taking place as I put you onto the live stream. And you can see the guys readying up, and we're 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second to go, and we're into the racing. So let's enjoy Japan this evening, and if you are joining us for the first time, smash that like button. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy. So weather looks good. That's a good thing. I just want to make sure that we're not going to be hurting anybody's feelings, and we'll just put up some of the right stuff, if I can put it that way. And we'll be going out there right now. There we go. Channels all set. Obviously purple is the theme for this season. Purple stands for royalty, so we'll be watching some of these gentlemen go around the track this evening. We have 13 drivers all ready and set to go in this prestige event, and it sounds as though Nesmax has something coming up quite soon as well, so we'll be looking forward to watching that and taking part in that, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get an invite to commentate on that as well, because it looks as though it's going to be a fantastic event that's going to be taking place not too long in the near future, so we'll be watching out for that, and obviously going along and ensuring that all goes down. So we'll be waiting for that in great anticipation. So let me just have a look. Yep, it is going to be, I'm just looking for a WhatsApp on what it actually is. There we go. So yeah, it's going to be SA Race of Pace for next week Sunday. That's going to be an interesting one that we're going to be watching out for. I just need to confirm with Nesmax if that's the race we're going to be broadcasting on this channel, and it may not be Formula One, it might be something totally different. We're still waiting for the challenge that was given by Noor Raider, as well as not Kimmy 7, because that should be an interesting one. I'm waiting to see what's going to be happening there, but we don't want to hold you in suspension there, but I believe there is something happening around that time. Just to give you a lineup for this evening's event, we've got Liefenroyen, he's out there, as well as Weza, so great to see you there. Connor Young, thanks for joining us this evening. Nice to see you on. I know you from the midweek racing. Watched you a couple of times there as well. Also just having a look now at Raptor 13, that's Foss. Nice to see you in this evening. Springbok Gamer also, great stuff. There's Noor Raider, who I mentioned, and as well as not Kenny. So that challenge was put forward a couple of weeks ago after the race, and both of them drove extremely well. I think it was after Singapore that I saw that challenge coming through. We've got War, which is Carter Boy 55. He's changed his name, but nice to see him in this evening, as well as Nesmax. Boinky's 91. Now, Boinky's 91 also was renaming himself, so great to see him on that as well. Retired from the session is Vino for real, so that's an interesting one, but we hope to see him racing this evening. He was in the last race, which I think was the German Grand Prix, so it was great to have him racing in it, and I don't think he did too badly. I think towards the end of the race he was picking up quite nicely, and definitely some great viewing that we saw in that race, so we're hoping to see if that's going to happen this evening. So I'm just going to get on board with Raptor at the moment, just to have a look what's happening here. And maybe what we need to do is just have a quick overview, if I can. Let's just put up, there we go, put up some details for you. Fastest lap times is on the board at the moment. Details on what is fitted. Most of the individuals going for the super softs this evening, so that's going to be interesting. Well, it is Japan, of course. There's not Kimi 7. He's just put on a 1:30. I don't know if that's the quickest time I've seen around this track, but obviously it is a nice start. Just to throw the gauntlet down and have a look who's going to be doing what this evening, and then obviously, let's have a look at some of the telematics, and also let's enable some of those sector times to give us a good indication of where they are. And I think maybe let's go for the full track, because that definitely gives us an indication of where there are any issues or problems going forward. And there we go. Let's leave it like that. So on the left-hand side, you can see obviously the time is 12 minutes in this session. And then we'll have a look and go through to the sector times. I'll be just putting it through there. Nesmax puts in a 1:34.23. That's very nice from him. And then Lee Van Rooyen puts in a 1:36.79 on his first attempt this evening. So let's have a look what the other boys can put on this evening. So yep, it looks as though we've already had 2 crashes out of this race at the moment. We've got 11 minutes of the session going. It's an 18-minute session, and it gives the opportunity to qualify and see who sits on grid position for the Japanese Grand Prix this evening. So you can see, oh, I forgot to mention this gentleman. This is Jose, and he's been racing quite nicely in the Reynolds, just getting those tires nice and warmed up, because he's going to be on an outer lap at the moment. But why don't we just stick with Jose now from Natal and see what he's able to put up for this evening as he hits the mark. And there we go. Let's see what he can do. Time is running. Looking at sector 1, currently in 10th position. Let's see how this pans out. A little bit wide there, but he'll bring that back in. I can assure you, he'll tuck that in nicely. Crazy S to the left and now to the right. Coming through on the left side, he's got to really keep tight, especially through this section, a little bit wide. But he's to be tight. Here's the tricky corner. Yes, pushes it nicely just onto the curb here. Deep onto the curb coming through. And then straight down into the right-hander, then a deep left, almost 90-degree coming through. It's actually through 180 in actual fact, based on the track geometry there. Then through here, now as little off the throttle as possible. tucks it in tight, and then straight down, screaming down the hill. Now he's going to go up the hill now. And then we're going to go into a left. There's that left. Coming right back now into the slowdown section before you get to the pits and to the start and finish. And let's see what sort of time he can push up. A little bit wide there. Coming through, and yes, he does a 1:33.84. Now, just for your information, ladies and gentlemen, if you look right at the top now, Nor Raider has done a 1:29.367 or 1:29.367. Great drive from him, and that puts him right on top of the pile this evening. And with the chance, with 8 minutes 40 odd seconds left, to be the pole position holder this evening. Now, Nor Raider has done extremely well in this championship, and it's great to have him driving here on the South African Academy of Online Racing, as well as all the drivers. But yep, I think he's really set the boys a pace to catch, and those challenges are coming through thick and fast, and that's what it's all about. Is first of all sportsmanship, second of all team to win, because this year I think he's racing, I think he was racing for Williams, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, he was racing for Honda. He was definitely on the Honda there, Honda Red Bull, and the Toro Rosso. And the Toro Rosso team, if you look over the entire seasons that we've had here on the South African Academy of Online Racing, they have been the best performing teams. Obviously cars are equal, so there is no... Oh, what the heck was that? I think that was a bit of lag, definitely lag there. Just need to have a look. Yeah, it was not Kimmy. He was coming through there, so I don't know if that was more in the lines of the lag at the moment, because by the way, we've had a bit of a complication with our cable, so that could also be influencing that as well. The cable snapped in the ocean again. And I think the last time we had that, we had huge problems with people connecting to one another for multi-purpose racing, multiplayer racing. So hopefully that's not going to affect us too much this evening. There, you can see that 1:29.834, so just behind it. We are at the Japanese Grand Prix, favorite for most on this circuit at the moment. Just having a look at who's available. Fairly tight contingency happening this evening, with lots of individuals looking to make a name for themselves here in Japan as well. So let me give this voice a rest, and you guys can just enjoy what you're watching at the moment. Just an update there. Nor Raider 1:29.367. Nesmax a 1:29.881. Kimmy, not Kimmy, is 1:29.894. Does he come back? No, he doesn't. He just gets out of the way there. Doing those tires a bit of warming up here. Just to give you an all, the 130s. So timing at the moment quite interesting. Didn't see what happened to Weza at the moment. Or Wesley, I don't know what happened to him, if he's still on the track, but we'll have a look now. on board with Springbok Gamer. So we'll stay with Springbok Gamer and I'll let you enjoy the next couple of minutes with him. Yes, so some shout outs for the guys at the moment. Dries Buerta, thanks for the hi there. That's great to have you watching us this evening. Hopefully you're going to be having some fun this evening. Damien, all out for you, my mate. Good to have you there. Dylan, thanks very much. Yeah, lots of things happening this evening. Obviously, some of the guys having a chat inside the YouTube channel. Just trying to get through them at the moment, as well as look at the screen there. Nor Raider doing so very well. Puts on a 129.081 now. And then Lee van Rooyen, nicely done from you, a 129.586. So that's pushed you up into second there. Obviously, Nes Max 3 coming up there as well. He's got that 128.881. Not Kimmy, 129.894. So he'll be looking, some great quali times at the moment. So that's great. Just watching what's going on there as well. Yeah, definitely Norrado doing exceptionally well. We're on board now, by the way, with a very consistent driver at the South African Academy Online Racing, and that's Boinkies. Commonly called as Ronald for me. Obviously some of the names being English can be a little bit difficult to pronounce in the correct manner, but this session is over, and Raider definitely on the top of the pile this evening. He's definitely going to be standing out in the crowd as he mounts his attack, and also what I need to do is probably give you some indications of the championship, because this is round number 9, and it would be good just to give you what the current situation is with this Grand Prix championship, that is. And just want to get down to my notes. Unprepared, as I said, 2 weeks off, and look how unprepared I've been. And there we go. It is definitely... Law Raider is leading the championship at the moment with 124 points. Closely followed, by the way, by not Kimi 7 in the Ferrari. He's got 95 points, 29 points difference between them. And then it is Jose in a Reynolds. He's in 3rd spot. Nesmax in 4th. And then Lee van Rooyen in 5th position on the championship. So that just gives you a good indication of who's where. If we go across now on season 7 on the constructors, it's Toro Rosso's on 135. That's 135. Ferrari is on 111. They're 24 points behind. And then Reynolds closely following the Ferraris with 106. And then Haas is at 100. So 6 points difference between those two as well. And then we have Race Point on 91 points. So that is the current situation. Thanks to our statistician and the gentleman that feeds me all of the information, who's actually racing this evening, which is Springbok Gamer. Thank you very much for being a part of the team here at the South African Academy of Racing. And it's always a pleasure working with you, sir. So, yeah, thanks for all the messages coming through, guys. Yes, some very funny ones and some ones that I'm not quite sure about, but anyway. A 1v1. Dylan, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think you're talking about what I mentioned from the Singapore Grand Prix, where the guys were talking about getting out there, and the challenge was put forward. And I think it was a full race challenge, by the way. The guys wanted to go there and have a full race challenge. We're waiting for 9th position at the moment. So here's a confirmation of the current standings for you. Nor Raider, he's 29.09. He's in the Toro Rosso. He did his best time this afternoon, or should I say this evening, a 1:28.862. And then obviously Lee van Rooyen, nice to see him up there in the Haas. And then not Kimi 7, he's in the Ferrari. Nesmax in the Race Point. I mean, you can see the 129, 129, 129 right down until 5th position. So not much of a gap between these drivers this evening. And we'll be watching what they can be doing this evening as you stay tuned to the South African Academy Online Racing. And great to have you on board. So thanks for joining us as we now go into the formation lap, and then we'll start with the racing this evening. Sit back, enjoy while the guys connect in. And if you like what we're doing here on the South African Academy Online, why don't you subscribe as well as hit that like button and the notifications as well. And whenever we have those Grand Prix, it will come up and let you know what's going on. Thanks once again. So a lot of anticipation, a lot of guys waiting for this race to start as we go through the formation lap. Obviously they're going to be lining up now for at the grid. 27 laps to be done this evening, only 27. And we're in Japan this evening watching this GP on the South African Academy Online Racing Championship. So eSport, we're bringing you all the best we can at this stage here. And yeah, great to have you. Lights are going. We'll see hopefully no disconnects this evening. Looks as though we're all good to go. And let's take a front shot, and they're away at the moment. As you can see, one of the cars not moving at all. There seems to be mayhem at the moment, and obviously not what we wanted to see at this point in time. There was definitely a breakaway there, and I'm sure there's going to be some very displeased drivers at the moment as we're watching this race. And let me not take away from Norrada, who's actually got out ahead of that mess and definitely pulled on through with Nesmax at the moment coming through there. I just want to go on board with him just to have a look where he is at the moment as he's catching up Leaf and Roy. And is he able to do that? I'll just having a look on the track side to make sure everything's going okay. As you can see, in the third position, let's just drop back a slight one here at the moment. As you can see, the drivers are basically pushing their way through. 13 drivers on the track at the start. Looks as though we have some incident that did happen there. I'm not too sure. We're going to have probably some video footage being shown and sent through to the stewards at this point in time, but let's leave that at the moment as we get on board with some of these drivers who's obviously taken some damage. That launch control as they took off, obviously indicating there that there was going to be an issue with some of the drivers. And there goes off the track now is Raptor 13V. So Voss needing to get himself back on the track. He's dropping way down at the moment. Obviously you can see the drivers are really pushing it around this track, and why not, because it is a fast track. And you can see in 8th position now is the McLaren of Boinkies. He's just taking it easy. I think he's going to let things settle down before he starts his push. Here back on with Raptor of Voss. Don't know quite what happened there, but there you go. You can see Connor Young in to the pits, coming out there. Obviously sustained quite a bit of damage there. Not too happy. And there is the Red Bull, Austin Martin, also from Vino for Real. He's also been in the pits at the moment, just getting that sorted out. And here just at the back is Not Kimmy 7, and I'm sure he's got lots of work to do to get himself up. Currently sitting second on our championship log at the moment, so he's got a long way to get himself back up there. He's on the mediums, and maybe what we need to do is just go and see what they're actually driving on, because sometimes, as you know, some of the data that's actually given is not all that correct. But it looks as though, I don't know what's going on with this car at the moment, maybe damaged, but not sort of the things that we're used to watching what's going on this evening. So yeah, let's have a look at that leader gap. There we go. Norrada definitely second position is 4 seconds off the pace at the moment. So we'll get up on and watch that. And here we are on board with Weza at the moment, Wesley. Also, you can check him out. He does quite a bit of Twitch, so you can watch him. Does some live events as well, so great stuff from his side. Here we go on with Norrada at the moment. Let's go out of the car and have a look where he is positioning wise. So that means that Lee has dropped back twice now. Nesmax overtook him, as well as I'm Alonso. I like that. So I'm Alonso there, obviously doing, and it took me. I'm my Alonso. I mean, I'm going to have to say it like that. I'm my Alonso. And he's just pushed his way up into third position. You can see him in that Alfa Romeo quite closely tucked in there. I think what we'll do is just have a good sneak preview behind Nesmax at the moment. Lots of aggression as he's coming through, looking for that area where he can overtake at the moment. You can see going on the inside, having a look there, just pushing back. Some guys are asking what's those three little lines. That's just giving you an indication of the connection. So obviously to warn the driver behind him as well, just to make sure that he's watching himself. I'm going to put you back now onto Ivan van Rooyen, sorry, Lee van Rooyen at the moment, just to see where he is. You can see how close now that Alonso is, and just pushing himself on the back of Nesmax at the moment, really looking for that. And that is some exciting racing, as you can see them coming down the hill here towards this lovely long left-hander, the Haas of Lee van Rooyen. And there you go, up now the hill to see where they can get themselves into a position. You can see now 11 seconds behind the leader, just for a split second there, was Jose. I'm just going to push us back out on this side here. And maybe let me just hide that out the way so we can see exactly what is this now first sector. Just to have a look at the top of the screen on the right-hand side there from Rolex now. We'll have a look at what he does in the first sector. So he's probably going to be looking at around about 19, say maybe 20 plus. I would say around about, let's have a look where he ends up on. So on the first sector, just looking at the top of the screen, it's 34. So 34, just to go back now. Just to have a look at, oh yes, nicely done. My Alonso now just taken over Nesmax. He's now in sector 2 already. And we'll just have a look at those times, because the leader is smashing it out there, as well as these three other drivers, 7 seconds behind. So that's where we are. Just going down now on the side of the Race Point Formula 1 car, just having a look where they are. And coming through now, as you can see, Nesmax in that very familiar helmet, looking to see where he can come up and maybe come back with a challenge on my Alonso at the moment. So weather conditions looking good. Here we go, nicely tucked in, coming through. And there's start and finish. Tucked in behind him at the moment to get as much as he can. A bit of a bumpy section, as you can see. And on the inside goes Nesmax now. Really nicely calculated to see where he could find that gap and get himself through there. Nice drive from Nesmax now. So he's gone up into second position. But I don't think it's going to end there. I think my Alonso is definitely going to be looking to see where he can make some choice moves. And I'm going to just move maybe one step back just on the inside here. You can see how close this racing is. As we all know, no assists in this particular league. So these guys are racing right on the edge of their seats, making sure that if there's any mistakes made, it's going to end in disaster. So they are very aware of that, and as you can see, some fantastic driving coming through from this lot as we switch out to the outer shot. There we go, Carter Boy 55 has left the session, so he's out, and obviously maybe having DC disconnect problems. but just going through now, you can see obviously how close it is, and what a great view that is from the top side. And you can see how close they are coming towards one another. He's going on the outside, looking for the inside there, coming through. And you can see how fast these guys are going at the moment. A bit of... and now he's going to go on the DRS to see if he can get past. And he does do so. Lovely drive from them. Connor Young being cautioned there for a 3-second penalty. He's already been warned a couple of times. They've given him the 3-second penalty now. As you can see there, a little bit going off on the edge there on the curves, getting a bit of sand onto the tires. Not a good thing at this point in time, but we can see how close this racing is at the moment. Looks as though Carter Boy is joining us back in the session. So he had a DC, he's connected again. Looks like Kimmy's out as well. So we do have some connection problems this evening for this Grand Prix, but we're not going to let that hold us back with these two drivers really so close to one another and really pushing all the limits as they come down the hill here. Where they're going to end up, because they're going to go into this tight section where there is definitely a lot of braking. You can see there a little bit wide. It goes the Lee Van Rooyen at the moment to avoid him. Then comes back down. And here they come up the hill. 11 seconds behind Norrade at the moment. So he's doing exceptionally well. There's the inside track from definitely Lee Van Rooyen trying to get through. He's pushed his way through. And that is obviously not what we want to see there. You know, if we're going to do that and we're going to have a bit of a section talk with them there, we'll have a look and see what the stewards come up with, because that didn't look at all good from our perspective. So here we go back down the list at the moment. Let's go back up. Nesmax there, Lee Van Rooyen. Oh, Lee Van Rooyen loses it now. He's got to get that car around. He's waiting, well waited. He's got off the track, coming back on. So now Nesmax gets that position back now, but also Jose climbs a position up, as well as Boinkies at the moment. So that's obviously got himself, Boinkies as well as Springbok Gamer, they've put themselves up as well now. So what's happened to Van Rooyen at the moment, I'm not too aware, but there we go back just to have a look where he is. Lots of action taking place this evening. Here is in the McLaren. It's Connor Young, obviously pushing it out as much as he can and enjoying the racing this evening. I see he's doing quite nicely there. Vino for real, he's gone back down into 10th position, but still not out of it at all, because this Aston Martin is going to definitely make some gains, I'm sure. Here's the Ferrari of Raptor 13V, that's Foss. I wonder what he's going to be up to. But now we have Weza sitting back in that Mercedes, looking, he's on the hards, so don't underestimate what's going on here, because I obviously, and you can see Kimmy's just joined us back. As you can see, that car is ghosting at the moment, but I'm sure he's going to come back in and connect. He is quite far behind, so he's not having the type of race that he was wanting this evening, but obviously lots of opportunities as we go back on board with our leader of this race this evening, and he's doing exceptionally well, and why not just go in from there. Yep. Oh, thanks for the heads up there. Damien, thanks for the comment there. Yep. just going on all guns here at the moment, and obviously reading what I can read on the screen. So obviously it's not all perfect. I'm not a logistics or linguist, should I say. So you know, I'm trying to get them right. I don't know any of these guys. Well, I know some of them personally, but not all. And we've got some new drivers in. So Damien, thank you for that. I'll try and get it right there. So that's Emi. You can give me a thumbs up if it's correct there. It's pronounced Emi. We go from there. Anyway, Nor Raider still taking things under complete control here. I'm just going to say Alonso. That's even better, just to get it in there. Alonso 15 seconds behind. Nesmax 25 seconds behind this driver you've got on screen at the moment. So yeah, definitely impacting of what's a huge impact Nor Raider is making this evening on our drivers. And really a nice drive from I'm going to say first timer, because I haven't seen Alonso before, and he's doing so well. Oh, I see, it's Emi. I mean, the reason I said that, if you look there, it says not Kimi, and obviously sometimes Emi Alonso, I think that's probably correct there. So excuse the pun there, Dylan. I've just obviously, or Damien should I say, I obviously just go on, sometimes the guys put in name characters like not Kimi and not Fernando's, and I saw my Alonso, that's why I pronounced it like that. But anyway, let me just say Alonso, if you're good with that. Emi, there we go. Emi Alonso then. Yeah. So he's doing so well at the moment. Very nice to see him on. I haven't seen him before, to be honest. But yeah, great drive from him at the moment. Second position. And why not, let's see some more. Definitely Nor Raider in there. Emi Alonso doing so nice. Hopefully I'm saying that right now. And power up for that. Nesmax, obviously there. Obviously Dirk, known as Dirk. He's doing so well there. He's in third position, but 27 seconds behind. So lots of work, but I've seen things change in these races. I see Raptors out, and here we go. He goes in now there. Emi Alonso in at the moment. He's going to be, obviously, let's have a quick view of what's going to be changed here this afternoon. Tires on. He's got the mediums on. He's out, and it's a quick one from the Alfa Romeo team. Nicely done from them. Let's see if he's pushing. We're looking down here. You can see at the moment, obviously, I think it looks like Connor comes past. Yeah, oh, it's Boinkies. Boinkies comes past, and he's now put himself in there. Unfortunately, Kimi has retired. He did not finish, so not Kimi 7 did not finish this evening. I'm quite disappointed in that. I don't think he had a good start, and I don't know exactly what happened off the start of this race. But yep, definitely didn't happen. I think there was a delay, and we have had some issues with the line at the moment. But I'm hoping that's not the complete case. But there we go. Let's have a look, because that start, they did not move. So yeah, some great racing this evening by all at the moment. If I'm looking back here, just having a look, Springbok Gamer, and just behind him is Connor Young at the moment. Is Connor going to be taking a area? Looks as though Wes has got a 3-second penalty again now for just cutting too much corners off these tracks. And let's put it, it looks as though he's coming through. Connor comes through at the moment. Yes, he's passed Springbok Gamer. So nice work from Connor. Coming up into 4th position now on this Grand Prix. Is he going to maintain that? Because I just want to maybe go back and have a look. Is there still some changes that are going to be coming through? And maybe what I want to do is just have a look at some details, and maybe that's the best one. We can have a look at them. Connor on 6 laps on those mediums, so he's got probably another 3 or 4 laps to do on those mediums before they really start to give a little bit of aches and pains of trying to keep that on the black stuff. So we'll see if the black stuff will stay on the black stuff. When they get up to around about lap 12, lap 13, then it becomes really difficult on these tires. You can see Weza, I think his plan was to put on the hards and go the entire route on those here. That sometimes does affect your timing quite dramatically, and that's obviously raising concerns in his mind at the moment, whether he should change his strategy and get himself a little bit quicker around the track by changing those compounds. Or he might be going the opposite way, start on the hards, then go down onto the softs and make it from there. And thanks Jesse for giving me a heads up on the correct pronunciation, and I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. So yeah, nicely done. I must say, some great driving, even though we've had a couple of incidents at the moment. So we'll be looking through and just checking down Jose. Obviously you can see him now 30 seconds behind. He's on the mediums, 3 laps in on those medium compound tires, and definitely needs to put himself in a game-changing position. And he's going to be looking to see whether he can gain any seconds on this track, and he's going to squeeze everything he can out of that Renault this evening. So let's see what he's up to. Nesmax up into 4th position now. Connor Young, he's in 3rd at the moment, so we'll have a look at exactly what's going down there. Guys, I will be looking, I like to try and give everybody a bit of a viewpoint just to see where they are and see how they're doing. So forgive me if I'm not quite where you want me to be, but I am looking down at the little mini track as well to see where some close rival driving is happening. And it's definitely on the McLarens at the moment, as well as I can see there. It also looks to me like it's going to be with the Race Point and the McLaren that's coming up in front of him as well. So just here, let's go back up here. You see that distance is quite a long way when it comes to Nesmax. Connor's just in front of him, and I'm just going up there. There's Emmy. Lots of chuckles around the pronunciation of those names. But as I said, you know, when I read things like Not Kimmy, obviously, and I see my Alonso, then obviously I'm going to say, oh, my. But anyway, we've got that done and we're all dusted. So thank you. It's Emmy Alonso. Nice drive from him this evening. 21 seconds behind the leader. Nor Raider obviously just pumping it. Just showing his muscle around this track and thoroughly enjoying what he's putting on this evening. As you can see, distance-wise, he's really doing exceptionally well as he comes through start and finish here at the Japanese Grand Prix. 16 laps already done, so 27 lap race, 50% as I mentioned, no lines, no assists, no nothing. These guys are driving these Formula One cars, and they are pretty realistic If you've never ever driven one of these with all assists off, I can tell you it's quite hair-raising. I feel that probably the Formula 2 is a little bit more difficult to drive with no assists. But then again, I could be wrong. You know, maybe I'm just a bad driver when it comes to these particular cars. But I must say, you know, that's why I'm sitting up in the commentary box just watching this all go down. Thanks, Damien. Yeah. Obviously, I like to just have a bit of fun as well. And thanks for the comments. Yeah, no, busy guy, hey? Busy guy. All good, man. All good. At the moment, I'm doing quite a number of commentary for various people. So at the moment, I'm going to say no. Because I do have a family and I also like to spend a bit of time with them. But thank you for the offer. Great stuff. Yeah, all good. As we're looking now at Norrada, 22 seconds ahead, 4 laps. So he's done his particular goodwill part of changing that black stuff on his rims. And also just going back now, you can see the distance now starting to change. Connor Young, nice strategy from him. He's 14 laps though. He's 14 laps on these tires. You can see that they're going to start blistering round about lap 15, so which he's on now. And maybe we should be on track with him just to have a look at those tires. Now guys, if you don't know, one of the nice things they did on the F19 is give you quite a bit more realism. And I mean, I could probably switch to tires now and show you the difference, but you can see already they will start to blister at round about lap 15 on these mediums. 19 laps is pretty much pushing it, and you can see already his lap times will start to differ quite dramatically around lap 16. You can hear that as well. And it's not because Connor's a bad driver. I mean, he's managing the tires pretty much within what he can. But obviously his strategy is to try and stay and get some distance on Nesmax at the moment. And I mean, there is some time, but I don't think it's going to be enough time because Nesmax has got 5 laps on those mediums at the moment. So, you know, he's definitely going to have some pace coming at him. And I mean, the distance is there. There you can see, just going out of the screen is Connor. I think Nesmax is, due to our particular lines, there is a bit of lag. So you can see that, but I mean, still, he has been driving exceptionally well. Nevertheless, to say, Connor goes in now to the pits, which I thought was going to be the situation. And maybe just have a look at Connor. He's out already, so that was a nice, smart move by Connor Young at the moment, putting on those super softs, and we spread our way back up to Emmy Alonso at the moment, just to see him coming through now. Ooh, a little bit off there, but yep, I mean that indication will have somewhere on the back. And maybe what we should do is just go on to Connor's tires. Now you can see how nice and shiny they are. Beautiful now. Just to give you that concept of what I was talking about. And you can see already that I mentioned lap 15, 16 was going to be really tough for him. But I think his strategy is now paying off where he's gone into the super softs. This would definitely give him a bit of a boost to get up there. Even though he's only probably got about, I would say, 8 or 9 laps on these tires. So he's got to use that now to the best of his ability to make sure he maintains that distance and catches up to these guys, because those mediums, as you can see, lap number 6 at the moment. So do they now start wearing down? Well, let's see. Round about lap 13, 14 on those tires. Definitely going to be an influence. Definitely. So we'll see what's going on. coming through. Sad to see that we've got two did not finishes. As I've said right at the beginning of the race, there was an incident on the starting line. I don't know quite what that was, but there was a bit of carnage there. Weza up into 7th position now. So definitely a drive and a pull through from these guys at the moment. Some lovely driving taking place. And well, Connor's doing very nicely there. Boinky's in 6th position. Let's just pop up again just to make sure that we haven't lost anybody. Yeah, Nesmax doing very well. Emmy Alonso, he's quite far in front there. 28 seconds behind the leader. So leader here on lap number 27 laps to be done. And this is Nach Bay finished. So is it going to be that the guy's going to be looking after what he's going to be doing and ensuring that he's going to be taking care of those items? Drew Sputter, thanks very much, Perfect Bud. Enjoyed having you on there. And why not, man? Just all good. Yeah, it's all good as we're coming through at the moment. Lap number 27 laps to be done, and this race is over. I know I've been keeping this up on the screen for some time. Let me just pop that back down. As you can see, times and Sector 2. Sector 2, just looking at it, yeah, 1:14 on Sector 2. Let's have a look now at Sector 2 going. Pumping it through. Is he going to be catching him? Just watching that Sector 2 now just to see where he's up. Because he's going to be trying to get that time down in Sector 2 to see if he can at least catch up. But let me tell you, 30 seconds is a heck of a long way on a racetrack. Especially in this vehicle. To get those up. He's on a 1:16, so it was a 1:14. So he's 2 seconds slower in Sector 2. Let's just have a look. Nesmax, where is he at the moment? Looking down as he comes through Sector 2. So he's also down in the Sector 3. Just having a look. So yeah, Sector 3. I just want to pop back up to Norrada at the moment. And he's back into Sector 2 now. Just coming through. I know I'm swapping around, but just to get the feel of what's going on here, it's quite dramatic at the moment. As you can see, these guys racing through and really trying to put on those great times. And what a race Norrada's having at the moment. UK-based driver racing in the South African Academy Online Racing. And that is allowed. Some people say, oh, but he's not South African. No, he doesn't have to be South African. This is our league. And we obviously accommodate individuals if their line is good. And if they are able to race this type of condition of racing, they're welcome to race in the South African Academy Online Racing. Yes, we are a South African-based esports entertainment. And we enjoy the challenge of having good drivers because that's what it's all about. Race leader is now on lap number 22. So here we go. Emmy coming through now just to see where he is. And really nice drive from him this evening. Dropped to second back. 40 seconds. Let's do a bit of an individual time just to not so much the race leader, but let's go the individual side. So you can see Nesmax is around about 8 seconds behind obviously Emmy. So I don't know if that 8 seconds is going to be caught up. They're both on 10 laps on the mediums. Connor seems to be just behind And obviously, if I go down to Jose now, Jose 2 seconds behind Nesmax. He's brought that down dramatically now, still on those mediums. And obviously Nesmax has got mediums in front of him. He's got a lap more on those mediums than Nesmax. So I'm predicting he's going to be coming in, if he is at all, but I doubt he'll go to the end of the race with those tires. Remember now, Connor did extend his time on those tires, and I think that might have slowed him down dramatically, but still in 5th position at the moment, doing quite nicely. Weza has come up in a huge way. He's done 20 laps on those tires. 20 laps. He could probably, as I mentioned, do the entire race on those tires. Let me just go down to him at the moment. There we go. So he's been on those hard compounds for 20 laps. They can do it, but it's just that gamble. I mean, here we go. Even trying to get that gap in, make sure they're trying to get those times down, and definitely a contender, but I think maybe the wrong strategy in hand at the moment. As he goes on through, 21 laps on those hard compounds. So they reckon probably 22 laps on the hard compounds. But 22 laps is actually pushing it. I would suggest he probably needs to make that break and come in and definitely put on some super softs now, because that will definitely give him an opportunity to catch Connor or even Boinkies, because Boinkies there is 1 second behind. You can see he's not drifting all over the place, but obviously having some challenges between them at the moment. So even 11 seconds coming up behind these drivers at the moment. You can see just coming in, and maybe we go on board with Jose at the moment, because he's just behind Nesmax looking for that take. And can he do it? He's going to be pushing this to the absolute extreme there. Remember, he's got 12, they've all got 13, so one more lap on those tires. But does this make a difference at the moment? Coming there, lap number 24. Any move that Jose is going to make now, it has to happen right now. Knorr Raider, a bit of a 3-second penalty, time penalty happening there. Yeah, we all good, and as you can see, going up there, lap number 24, just had to take a breather there. Got my breath back, but we're going like a Boeing at the moment, as we are on board with Jose, looking to hunt down Dirk, who is Nesmax in front of him, just to see whether he can come in a little bit wider. And I think you can see a little bit of control that's needed to be done in these cars. The best possible view being shown now. See how the car dips down into that section. Very nice gear down, and can he put the throttle through to just get himself around? At the moment you can see the contact of the ground and surface to those tires as he tries to grip on through to see if he can come down. But yes, he has gone on the outside. He makes his move on Nesmax now, and that definitely shows guts and determination coming through from Jose now. But does Nesmax come back with vengeance? And let's go back with Nesmax at the moment. As you can see, also not much in it when it comes to the tire conditions. And here we go. a formidable racer is Nesmax. And previously one of the champions here on the South African Academy Online Racing. So he's done exceptionally well. He's got a blue flag for some reason. I don't know what the heck that's about. You can see really nicely tucked in on Jose at the moment. See if he can get past. And obviously going through there, absolutely, as we see what's going on, you can see the determination of the drivers at the moment as they want to get themselves through. And lap number 26, gentlemen and ladies, if you are watching, let's not take it away from our number one driver this evening. And I think what I should do is just try and keep on that. But let me just go up to him at the moment because he definitely is coming through. And I just want to keep an eye on where he is because he's going to come through that section and finish off this race as the number one driver for the season now. He's going to be very difficult to challenge him, and he definitely will be the champion of this season 7 on round number 9, and that is Null Raider this evening. I don't think it's possible for anybody to catch him at the moment as we go out of the car just to see him coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are watching, a round of applause, please, for this gentleman as he comes into his last lap here in Japan. He's going to come in through. I just wanted to see where he was as we pop back down now. I just want to make sure that I've got him in the sights for when he does come through to the final start-finish area, just to see where he is. And as you can see, that race happening still between Jose and Nesmax now, still going strong. Just keeping an eye on the track, just watching where Null Raider is because he's done so well, and he will be definitely this season championship. He's on sector 2 at the moment, I think. No, he's coming to sector 3 now. So we'll be watching out for him this evening just to see where he is as he's coming through. But besides that, you can see the race intensity that's happening between these two drivers at the moment. I don't think Jose wants to give an absolute aerial inch of room because he knows that Nesmax is going to come through. So just having a look there, a really great drive from them at the moment. I'm just going to go back quickly up to Null Raider because he's going to come through and take this championship. So let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Nicely done from his side. And also to Emmy Alonso. Let's go back to him at the moment because he's going to be coming through as well. Nice race from him. First timer here on the South African Academy Online Racing. Thank you very much for racing. And do appreciate it, and have a chuckle at the commentary because, as I said, I get not Kimmy and my Alonso, which I was corrected by some good friends of yours out on the stream. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. Guys, it's been absolutely fantastic. What a season. If you've enjoyed this, please come again. Our last race is next week, Monday. And yeah, we have a lockdown, guys, in South Africa. So why don't you join us? Please get out there, spread the news, let everybody get on board, enjoy this time with us. I mean, 27 laps done. Mexico is up on the next one. So Mexico is the last race of the season, but still, we do have a champion for this season. But let's not leave it there. Let's have a look what if somebody else comes along, somebody else can do something. Guys, it's been fantastic. Thank you for joining us. Smash that like button. We just enjoy having you. And remember, this channel is promoting South African online racing. Don't forget, we've got some major things happening. Sunday, we've got some great racing coming up. Join us on this channel. We'll give you some more news going on there. So it's been tremendous. Thank you as we watch the guys getting their awards. And obviously, it's great to see once again Norada, great drive from him, and then the other guys, great sportsmanship. I'm sure there's going to be some footage being shown. I'll let you know. If you want to be a part of the WhatsApp group, let us know. We'll put you on there as well. But great stuff. Enjoy. Thanks for coming. And we'll see you next time on the South African Academy Online Racing.